Hi, I'm Deborah Gaffney, and welcome to the Deborah Gaffney Show. It's a brave new year, and I hope you're going to make the most of it. I know I am. Our first thing on the list is new theme music. This year's music is brought to you by none other than After Six Productions. This talented group of musicians hails from the Maryland area. Thank you, Doug. Thank you, Dan. I love my theme music. You can pick up your copy of their brand new album. It just dropped recently on Basecamp and should be out on iTunes in the next few weeks. Again, it's After Six Productions. On today's show, we have a very talented author and poet, April Mahoney. She's going to bring us some of her special rhyme, and I hope that you'll enjoy the time that you spend listening to April.
He's spackled and sprayed with sprinkles of gray, and around his mouth is all white where the crack pipe lay. His teeth are brown and they're rusted in gold. My brother's looking 500 years old. Young, worn-out, tired souls. He's eating out of a garbage can, and his bed is a tout of a cement slab, maybe some park grass. And the smell, makes you want to gag. Yo, sister, can you lend a hand? I'm a 35-year-old man and a brother doing all he can. I'm trying to take care of my wife and the 3 children. You know them? Over there. The one with the raggedy clothes and the snotty nose. Wow, I tripped out. I felt bad. I handed a brother $20 as I passed and thought to myself, but before the grace of God, this could be my black ass looking 500 years old. So as I read these, I want you to think about maybe where you were the first time you heard these cliches, or sometimes you heard this small statement, around mom and them, or maybe you were in a business meeting, or you was getting told off, whatever. So it's pretty interesting. Realism. Today's maximum is tomorrow's minimum. You're here today and gone tomorrow. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. Don't put off tomorrow what you can do today, and don't look back. What don't kill you only make you stronger, and only the strong survive. Nothing ventured is nothing gained. Easy does it. Everything must change and nothing remains the same. What goes up must come down. He's a jack of all trades, but a master of none. And no man is an island. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. It's not what you do, but how you do it. Be the head and not the tail, because a hard head makes for a soft ass. Be good at who you are, but great at who you aspire to be. Slow it down just a little bit. If I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning, I'd hammer in the evening, all over this land. 911, the remix. Together again we must stand. We got caught sleeping while foreigners wreaked havoc on our homeland. I remember you couldn't get legislation passed to stop the public burning of the American flag. Freedom of speech, the House and Senate blast until Timothy McVeigh, Osama bin Laden, or redneck militia complete a covert sneak attack on your ass. Close your eyes for a minute. And I want you to be honest with yourself. Forget all the boys in the room. Okay? How many of you have craved a brown man? They come in chocolate, mocha, caramel, and tan. And them blue black ones, they're outstanding. It's like electricity mixed with sand, cause his skin is polished like glass. Why? Because he's a brown man. Is he Jamaican, Cuban, Indian, Mexican, Haitian, Caribbean, Afghanistanian, Pakistani, Sudanian, cute Italian white boy with a tan. There have been many more that have been produced, but others refuse to deduce. See, it's caused by crossbreeding, a woman's hunger, needing for breeding. See, misstate that a brown man will tease you, but he will never please you. Sisters, close your eyes. Because I'm about to make you believe.
And why don't you just take a bow and we'll call it a night.
Segment of the show, we're going to visit with two lovely ladies who are going to tell us a little about cosplay. I just figured out how to pronounce it, C-O-S-P-L-A-Y, but it's another creative way to express yourself. So let's go now and visit with the cosplayers.
Good afternoon, and thanks so much for hanging out on the edge. I'm your host, April Mahoney, and I'm with two phenomenal guests. I'm with Miss Tia Williams and Miss Chanel Mahoney. And these ladies are going to talk to us today about the fascination with cosplay. Cosplay is on the cutting edge. It is just taking the world by storm. The first time that I got introduced to it was at Comic-Con, and people have really been dressing up in these costumes, but it's taken on a life of its own. It has its own life form. So we're going to talk to these ladies a little bit about what the phenomena is, what's on the cutting edge, what to look for, and why are so many people fascinated with cosplay. So what is the age group and the demographic of people that enjoy cons?
There is no age group.
No,
There isn't. It's a
no.
wide variety.
Even little babies, little infants go to conventions in like little outfits.
And their parents dress them up. I've seen children being pushed in strollers. Pregnant women.
Pregnant women
are
go to
doing it.
conventions.
I've seen black, white, Hispanic, Asian.
Everything you can
There's a
think of.
senior citizen. She did from Howl's Moving Castle.
Sophie from Howl's Moving Castle.
Yeah,
Sophie's an old.
And she starts off young, and in the anime, the film, she ends up turning old. And someone went with his grandmother, and his grandmother did Sophie while he did Howl. So there's no age limit.
Well, that's pretty exciting. So, is this Japanese-inspired animation?
For Howl's Moving Castle, yes, there's a lot of different subcategories of cosplaying.
There's a lot. Cosplay is just costume and play. It's not bound by one demographic or one genre. It can be anything from people doing Harry Potter characters from the book or Twilight characters. It can be
Movies, comic books, stories, even from books.
It's pretty much
Even fashion, steampunk, another cosplay. Different like subcategories.
fantasy characters. There's a mermaid convention in Las Vegas, the world's first mermaid convention. It's anything like that. It doesn't necessarily have to be anime. We just prefer anime as our genre, but I think we're going to start branching out to doing other things. I mean, Tia does steampunk, and I would like to start as well.
Well, ladies, I heard that there's also another wonderful nonprofit organization that you're involved with that takes on a similar theme of costume and animation. Can you tell me a little bit about your organization?
Mochi!
Mochi Maid Cafe!
Yay.
Mochi Maid Cafe is a nonprofit organization which is based off of the Japanese culture of maid cafes, in a sense where patrons come in or guests come in, and there are individuals, maids and butlers, dressed in costumes where they essentially serve you and make you feel like you're at home.
And play games. So much fun, different things. Not just sitting down at a restaurant. You can actually hang out with them.
And so what is the purpose of the Maid Cafe? Do you raise money for groups and organizations? Is this just for promotional purposes? A combination?
It's a little of both. We do a lot of community outreach groups. For instance, we take part in the breast cancer walk. We did a walk for dog shelters and things of that nature. But mostly it's a chance for us to give individuals that have never been to or may never go to Japan a taste of what it is and some of the finer points of it. We make our own uniforms and such. We do traditional Japanese dances, and we do speak Japanese in our cafes and wish people good luck, ganbatte, and serve to our best ability Japanese food. But it isn't so much. It's a San Diego-based community, and we want to give back to the community in which we're from.
Well, that's wonderful. Now, tell our loyal viewers how they might be able to get in contact with either one of you ladies. First, we can start. You have individual websites. You can provide us with that information, and also how we might be able to get a little bit more information on the Mochi Cafe.
For the Mochi Cafe, it's www.mochicafe.net. I believe so. If you Google Mochi Made Cafe,
Can you spell Mochi for everyone listening?
Mochie, Made, M-A-I-D, Cafe, C-A-F-E.
And that's all together. Mochi
Mochi Made Cafe.
Made Cafe.
Mochi is a Japanese dessert.
Yeah.
Ooh,
It's ice cream.
Oh,
And it's kind of
cool.
like in a cake block. It's really delicious.
That's
Like a
really
cream
good.
puff.
And is there anywhere that we can contact either one of you ladies? Do you have your own individual websites?
I do have a portfolio where all of my cosplay photos are taken. It's at DeviantArt, and it's just Aoi Ninja, which is AOI-NINJA.com. You can Google me, and I kind of pop up all over the place.
Oh, well, that's great.
Yeah. I also have a DeviantArt account. It's XXRaven, R-A-V-E-N, Decoy, D-E-C-O-Y-X-X. It's all one, there's no space.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for your time and for giving us a little quick education on what the phenomena is with cosplay. And we wish you much success, and we'll be looking for you in the future. Thank you.
All right, thanks for tuning in. Our next edition will be, of course, Fantabulous Friday.